Hey YouTube, this will be week 25 of the YouTube Pagan Challenge, and I was a little bit behind. I have this week and next week to kind of catch up, but because being summer, this is the time when it gets a little bit harder to do videos. I kind of have to find a place to be a little bit more quiet to do them, or do them in the evening, but then my husband's home and I don't want to. So, this week's topic is, what does this time of year mean to you? And so adjust this a little. I tend to think of, first of all, it's like summer, so it's getting really hot here. I don't have a garden, but this is the time when it's not quite ready to harvest things, but you can finally start to see a payoff. I take that back. I have a little bit of a garden because I planted some asparagus, and that's my main focus for this year. This year for gardening stuff, and 3 of the 6 are growing, so I'm on my way to a nice little asparagus patch, hopefully. I'm pretty excited about it. But you can see the fruits of your labor. You've seen sort of where my garden is. I almost did this video outside, except that the yard really needs mowed right now. And it is very overgrown at this point. The hop vines are like in full swing. We've got tiger lilies blooming. My daughter planted some lilies, and they all have buds on them. It was their first year, and 2 of them got sprayed because I didn't tell my uncle that I had planted them, and he sprayed them with weed killer because that was kind of around the perimeter of the house. He will spray for weeds just so he doesn't have to mow there. But the 3rd one came up after the threat of the weed killer had passed, so that one's doing pretty good. And I think the other 2 will come back better next year because they're still alive. They're just kind of stunted. But definitely with this particular time of year, you have it's the same as the winter solstice, where it's like the new beginnings are coming. It's a new beginning. Things are starting to, it's the waxing half of the year, but you're definitely in the cold. Like at this point, it's the waning part of the year, but it's still, you have a couple of months to get through where the weather's really hot and it's a little bit less fun, especially if you don't have central air, which I don't. Which is why I'm in here in my room with the fan turned off, so I'm going to try and make this video kind of short. It seems like the major shifts are, it's the beginning of something, but it's still very much in it, with the solstices at the very least. Because the winter solstice is a new beginning, but you're still very much in the dark, and it's still very cold. And the summer solstice is the endings, but it's still very hot, and it's still very fruitful. Because I know a lot of people, especially in the area that I'm at, the gardens are just starting to show signs of things. Like my uncle moved, and they have a garden down there, and they've been getting spinach like mad, but they have peppers and tomatoes that are on their plants. They're just, they're not ready to harvest yet, but they're there. Trying to think if I have other things to say. Summertime, the kids are home. It's lazy and chaotic kind of at the same time. We had a little camping thing at our house, because it's at our house, so it wasn't, we set up tents and we slept in a tent. But you still have all the amenities. We had running water. People could take showers if they wanted to. Grill, and we did have a fire pit. I don't think anyone roasted a hot dog on a stick, but we had s'mores. And I did, I may post a link to my blog, because I did games for that. I was supposed to have it closer to the actual solstice, but one of the invitees was working solstice weekend, so we bumped it to the following weekend. And we did a little bit of a play on the Oak King, Holly King. my friend Tommy had posted, or had said, not posted, she had said that in one of the coven events that she went to, they did a Goblin King versus Fairy King theme. She's a big Bowie fan, as is another friend of mine. So I kind of ran with that, and I've been blogging some of the things that went into that particular event. It was a lot of fun. I think it went over very well. So I suppose in that aspect it is a celebration, probably more of a celebration of the payoff. If you think of agriculturally, which is what a lot of the Wheel of the Year is based on anyway, agriculturally you're looking at your fields, you're looking at all the hard work that you put into in the spring, and you're not counting your chickens before they hatch, but you can take inventory, kind of, because you know that, like, the corn looks like it's going to make it. You know if the tomato plants look like they're doing well. So it's the in-between between the reap what you sow. So it's not quite into the harvest time, which will start in August. Luna saw the first one, which will be fun because I think we have the north field, I think, has wheat planted in it again. So I can hopefully go just to the edge, the stuff that they can't get with the combine, and harvest a few things of wheat and do some decorations with that. That'll be awesome. They didn't have that one planted, I don't think, last year. But it's planted again this year, and I'm kind of excited to go out there and get some more wheat sheaves. So... But you can see, if you look out there, that it's a very full field right now with green. It's got to take the next month and a half. It takes a little bit to actually mature and get into full stuff. Well, see you next time. Bye.